Feminists, where are you guys? Because you have women actually trying to fight to keep men out of women's spaces. Where are y'all feminists at? Oh, I forgot. You guys are the reason why this is happening. How are you doing, my American brothers and sisters? Welcome to the channel. I am Ty Smith. You're watching my channel, Modern Renaissance Man, in which I'm greatly appreciative of. Make sure you guys are following me on the platforms that you see above and below. Don't forget to give the video a thumbs up. That way my content can stay consistently recommended to you. And if and when you do subscribe to the channel, click the bell notification and select all notifications after you do that. Last but not least, don't forget to check out my other YouTube channel that is called Man, Husband, Father, where I have 3 videos posted on there in each one of those categories of being a man, a husband, and a father. Everything I'm telling you to do over here, do over there. Let's get right on into it. So you guys know I'm standing on top of this story because I, among a few other people out there in the world, am definitely a defender of women. And when people try to get pissed off is by me defending women, you guys are, you're transphobic. I'm not falling for that dumb stuff. I am not the one that you're going to be able to get over with me with that dumb stuff thinking because I'm defending real women and doing their sport, doing their craft, doing their art, doing their skill, doing their ability to not allow a trans to come into there and destroy it, period. And you want to try to flip this and make it seem like someone like me is transphobic? Please try it on somebody that's stupid. I'm not falling for this. Shut up. Get out of the women's spaces. Feminists, where are y'all at on this? Where are y'all at on this? It's amazing that y'all are silent on something like this. But guys, before I even get crazy into this, there's a real brave young women who are speaking out against what's going on in their sport. These brave young women actually stepped away from the podium to show in protest that they are not in agreement to this nonsense. Check this out.
In today's day and age, this is a stunning act of bravery and, yes, defiance. 2 high school track stars refused to stand on the medal podium after placing in the Oregon State Championship for the high jump. Why? Because the athlete standing next to them was a biological male.
Also in 5th place for Miami Wells, Leah Rose. 4th place honors to Sherwood's Reese Eckerd. In 3rd place from Tiger, Alexa Anderson.
Alexa Anderson and Reese Eckerd placed 3rd and 4th, respectively, but tied for 5th was a trans athlete, Leah Rose. The 2 teens refused to take their places on the podium and turned their backs to it, quietly protesting a system that forced them and their teammates to surrender spots to a trans. Here to tell her story is Alexa Anderson, along with Jessica Steinman, Executive General Counsel at America First Policy Institute. Alexa, look, you finished ahead of the trans athlete in this case, but there's time and again instances where trans athletes have taken awards and 1, 2, and 3 spots from female athletes. Did you take a stand for them as well?
This was my first time competing against a transgender individual, so this is the first public stand that I have taken in this issue, but I have privately supported all other girls that have done the same with positive messages, commenting on posts, and just supporting them and letting them know I'm behind them in any way.
Alexa, what do you have to say to people watching across the country about the unfairness of this? Why is it unfair?
It's unfair because biological males and biological females compete at such different levels that allowing a biological male into our competition is taking up space and opportunity from all these hardworking women. The girl in 9th who should have been in 8th and had that podium spot had that taken away from her, as well as many others.
In all of those slots, Jessica, whether you're 8th or 5th or 4th, that all works toward, your points and your national standing. And so all of those places matter. People say, oh, she didn't finish 1st, 2nd, or 3rd, so it doesn't matter. But it does matter. And I think Alexa made that point.
No, it's so important, Laura. And I want to say thank you to Alexa for really standing up for all the courageous girls out there and doing the right thing. And Laura, thank you for bringing attention to this national issue. I think one thing that we've talked about is access to the podium, access to those scholarships. And in this situation, not even just that access, but the First Amendment issue that came about when they were asked to and kind of sidelined from the competition here. So
tell us about that, Alexa. Being in any way ostracized or treated differently because you have a common sense view on this? A lot of young women are afraid to speak out or even do a silent protest.
Yeah, we stepped off the podium in protest, and as you can see in the video, an official kind of told us, hey, go over there. If you're not going to participate, get out of the photos.
So you couldn't even have your moment. That wasn't allowed. You had to stand forward, not your back to it.
Yes, they asked us to move away from the medal stand, so when they took the photos, we weren't even in it at all.
Yes, well, you don't really deserve to be there because you just worked hard and you competed, and you've done it your entire life, by the way, which is a grueling sport that takes hundreds and even thousands of hours to perfect at any level. Jessica, I know America First Legal has filed discrimination actions in these cases. Briefly explain this to us. I think you filed a Title IX case.
Yes, so America First Policy Institute, we filed a complaint with the Department of Education asking them to look into the Oregon Department of Education. Here we're asking, so a Title IX, you're right, Laura, a Title IX violation, so the men and the women's sports. But on top of this, because of this weekend's race, that the women were excused, they were sidelined, they were told to get out of there. We also would like them to look at a First Amendment issue. And Laura, this is, you know exactly this. This is why the First Amendment was created. When a citizen has an issue with their government, especially about their own rights, they should be able to speak out. And these girls were not allowed to speak out.
Well, is there a rule that they had to face a certain way? I bet not. They'll probably write one if there isn't one. But I don't believe there's a rule in this case that you have to stand at a certain angle to be a legitimate athlete worthy of a photo on the podium that you earned your right to be on. Alexa and Jessica, we're following this case very closely. Continue to be a great athlete and a great role model, Alexa, for what you're doing. You're a star. Thank you very much.
Now, some of y'all that never did track and field, you guys are not going to understand a lot of this. For example, I did high jump, long jump, triple jump, the 4x1, 4x2. I placed always first, second-ish, whatever in high jump, triple jump, long. I never lost really in triple jump. Once I became a sophomore, I never lost in triple jump. I mean, I dominated into my junior year and in my senior year. Always gave our teams that 10 points. Long jump, got the 10 points. High jump, I got the 10 points or the 8 points. Point being is this. Guys, I'm going to show y'all something. Look, I'm going to show y'all something. Okay? I keep this on my desk right here at all times. That's my coach right here. His name is Coach Hardback. I know y'all not going to be able to see it because it's blurred out. Now, this right here, look at these. This team right here, that team right there that y'all see right there, we got third place with like 11 people while teams are coming in there with 20, 30 people because I'm putting up big points in my event. The reason why this is important is because sometimes, if needed, coach would Ty, I need you to run it. I need you to run a 400 meter. I need you to run a 400 meter dash. I'm like, oh my God, I'm burned out. I got you, coach. If you place in the top 5, we'll be able to win it. You know, so I would get out there, woo. I got third, but I died. Got third. They gave us many points to actually allow us to win the whole entire meet as a team. This team that I'm showing you guys right here was one of the best dynasties right here because we had some dominant athletes on this team right here in their individual event. But at the same time, we did the 4x1 and the 4x2 and the 4x4. So at the state track meet, I did the triple jump, long jump, high jump, the 4x1, the 4x2, and the 4x4. Right? Now, we were with only less than 12 people and less. We were able to get third place in the Illinois State Championship. With that, that's hardly heard of. The reason why that is so important is because we got third place team overall. School got third place with 12 people or less. Now, individual events, I medaled. Gold medal, gold medal, gold medal. But the reason why that's important, because just like this lady just said in here, I'm sorry, Miss Ingram just said in here. Shout out to you, Laura Ingram. We need to interview each other. I mean, you need to interview me again. But it's important because you're taking away from the overall team standing too. So the coach could have put their girl in there and looking at the paper saying, hey, you ranked in the 6th, 7th spot. So you hold on to that 6th spot or that 7th spot. But then you got these two dudes that gets in there. Oh my God, we're on the podium. And completely knock those girls 2 places down. And now the whole team overall probably didn't even get any type of placement. That's why it's important. Anyway, y'all, this is a bunch of trash right here. I'm sorry. If you are a biological male and you claim to be trans, you shouldn't be getting into these girl spaces or anything like that, because that is completely unfair. What about them, huh? What about their safety? It just went out the window. And again, to you feminists on the far left, you radical, crazy feminists, none of you guys have nothing to say on something like this. Want to know why? You guys are the reason why it's there. You cause it. And it's crazy that it's men that are the most outspoken. It's men that's really pushing for these girls to get these folks out of their events. That's why there's a difference between men and women's sports. Well, trans are one. We'll get them a trans section and let's see how that goes. You're going to end up having what? I don't know. Men's sports again. Men in wigs. Y'all, let me know what y'all think it is. Am I going too far on this? I mean, am I going a little overboard? If you disagree with this, I don't care. You're wrong. Leave in the comment section after this video, not forgetting to do what you see in this animation right here. And if you would like to see the next video that I will be doing in chronological order, it's going to be the one right up there. Things I did as of yesterday are going to be right here. I am Ty Smith, Model Renaissance Man, hoping and praying that every last one of you guys have food, shelter, and clothing. Most of all, praying every last one of you guys in great health mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. God bless you all.